Hey, Wheatfield, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in here to the Wheatfield with your girl, La T, here at Tears and Wheat Tarot Show. This is our rising message for the day, daily episode. Not for sure what we're going to be doing yet. We did pull some cards out. Thank you so much again for being here. I am your favorite channel messenger. Really low on energy on today. Not for sure what's going on, but definitely feel heavy and bogged down and weighed down, if that makes sense to anybody. It's definitely a rainy day, so I don't know if I'm feeling the energy of the rain and just cold and uh, it doesn't feel lonely. It's just like you want to just snuggle up in a good blanket. Y'all know how it be on one of those cold days, when the rain is coming down and you could just really snuggle up. Maybe it's the sadness or grief to coming around to Veterans Day holiday. It's a lot of people who are experiencing some heavy emotions. And I think the mood of the plane is kind of going right along with that. The fact that many people who served, uh, it's a mixed emotion from pride in your country and wanting to do a good thing, stewardship and giving back and being a protector and service, to mixed emotions about the country that you're serving. Yeah, and how you're still being treated in the land that you have served. Um, what about how you are taken care of and appreciated once you come home? That's the whole thing too, right? A lot of people, uh, veterans benefits, and a lot of veterans are homeless. Even though they have a lot of centers and services, the ability to access those services sometimes can be cumbersome and convoluted and just difficult for no reason at all. Um, the ability to get the care that you need can sometimes be a challenge. Or people can just not be aware of all the things that they need to do, even while they're still serving, to prepare to exit the armed forces. Yeah. So, to all of those who serve this country so that we can experience uh, life without ruin and war on our land, I am grateful. Grateful for that. I could not imagine. Uh, well, I could imagine. I'm an empath, so I see all kinds of timelines. Well, not just an empath, but one of my many gifts is to be able to see timelines and different experiences. So, if you are a person who is in the clear group, I call them the clairvoyance, the clairsentience, the clairaudience. Um, those of us who can see time and experience different dimensions or even future state, um, because it's not like it couldn't happen here or that it would be a foreign or outside uh, country that the citizens end up feeling that militarized presence. We can already see the militarization of the police department. It's been happening for years, since about 9/11. So it's been about 20 years they've been training to become more of a militarized police state versus just police officers. We've seen our police force grow in responsibility to just crime and prevention, or a response to crime and danger, to basically be an authoritarian force group that is sometimes harassing, a lot of times harassing the public and taking life and exercising their authority in improper ways. We were listening to gosh, where was he the mayor from? It might have been was it Atlanta? No, it was somewhere, I can't remember. Anywho, young guy was saying that they were started to give police officers psychological tests before they placed them in certain neighborhoods to keep the neighborhood safe. And what I thought was striking and odd that oftentimes we take psychological evaluations just for regular jobs, like when I was young, before I had something that I would call a career, and I was just working random, places to get my ends met, my needs met, meet the needs and all that stuff. We would take tests, and it would ask you about, your anger threshold and how you respond to certain situations. And they would ask you the same question in at least 2 or 3 different formats to see if you would answer consistently. And I thought it was super odd that, like, if we could do that just to work some job that's like putting together car parts, or whatever the case may be, then why is it that our law enforcement are not doing the same thing on a normal, like, and if you fail those questions because you seem to be aggressive and more likely to misuse your authority, that you wouldn't be disqualified, that you should not even be able to enter into the academy for training. Like, that makes sense to me. Why would you want to give somebody very limited training and then that could possibly be a psychopath or somebody who is bullied and looking for their opportunity to bully someone else, and then train them to handle a deadly weapon and give them multiple weapons and the authority to abuse people? I think that that's just absolutely bananas. But it's a whole lot of basic truths and, things that we can do in our society, like simple stuff that just common sense stuff. Like, is that such a radical idea to have your police officers take a psychological evaluation and assessment to ensure that they will not brutalize the public that they are swearing to serve and protect? I mean, but at the end of the day, we know how that policing became anyway. They morphed out of slave catchers. And so they were always designed to brutalize and over control a certain demographic of people. But we see the spillage nowadays. We do. We see all kind of folks being brutalized and killed by the police. It's not going to stop with just one group of people. Oftentimes, one group is the test to see if they can spread it out to the greater public, out to the masses. It's dark psychology, people. I found my book, too. It was over there somewhere with the pages open, and I couldn't see the cover, so it kind of made me feel like, I lost it. But it was just open because I was reading it. I crack me up. Hey y'all, I hope you're still here. Just want to let you know again, quick warning, I don't know if we said this all the way. We about 8 minutes in. We've been talking about some rando stuff. Again, my name is Lati, and I'm a channeled messenger. I channel and sit with the infinite all, the eternal Lord of all. It's infinite intelligence in the breath of life. Yes, it could be cooking with cold Crisco. As you can see today, it's kind of slow. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to get it out the can and actually get it in the pan and most high turn the heat up and we get to cooking and dropping some stuff in here. We can liven up. I always got my cup, though. I got to get that sip. So if you need a sip, go and get your sip. We'll be right here. We just chopping it up because that's all we do is chop it up. So honestly, so we can chop this ish up and get it out. Like talking about these policemen that be running amok all over the place, scaring the crap out of people. Don't they know that black folks as a whole got a trauma against the police? We just said they moved from fucking slave catchers, excuse my French, not really, because I do cuss. And I drink too. Sometimes you come around here, you see me with a glass of wine. Oh yeah. Cocktail, mimosas, we do that. We pray. We have to pray over every day. We do. Most High will not allow us to just bless the table, which we already do. We sat here, we bless the table, we get the cards out, but we got to pray over each deck because each deck. Ooh, that sounded wrong. I wonder how that's gonna sound on camera. But anywho, I said deck. Each deck needs its own reverence, and we got a few. We got some empowering questions. We got some ancestral African roots down in here. We got some chakra too to see what's blocking us, what's going on, and then some mindful messages. And then we can cap it off with some wisdom because we pretty much always on that pathway to wisdom, and that's what's gonna lead us to peace. And that's kind of what I feel too. Not just the grief, but I wasn't feeling isolation, but it's almost like a deep peace. Like a quiet still, like a low lull almost. Kind of like if you was on a ship and you could just be rocked to sleep by the waves. I could even hear the sound of the waves lapping up against the side of a boat. So I don't know who you are, where you've been, but I definitely got that. I didn't dream about no boats either. That's not what it was. I know a lot of our people got over here on a boat, but I'm not really feeling that either. We was just talking about that little time. Is that what I'm feeling? Could be. Ooh. Yeah. That's not a good feeling. And some people don't even believe that, slave ships existed. They don't. Now that's kind of crazy. That's coinky. Did exploration exist before slavery? Absolutely. Was slavery all over the globe? Absolutely. The transatlantic slave trade is not the only one. I mean, we had the transatlantic, we had the Indian Ocean. I mean, you could keep going. It's a whole bunch of ways we went. And before then, we traveled all over the place, right? Because exploration was a thing. But even though every type of person has been enslaved on this globe at some point in time, chattel slavery was something very, very different. And it was only isolated in the States. And what Mr. Lynch did and his contribution to chattel slavery is quite insidious and dark, and it remains with us. The fact that I think it's funny, it's not funny, it's sad, it's an in-your-face sad thing that would require the entire world to stand up against our beloved country, the United States of America, is to recognize the fact of what they've done to African people and descendants of Africa in this country as a crime against humanity, and charge the states, I believe, for crimes against humanity and force them to pay restitution. We can see that for other peoples, but we don't account to what the states has done systemically to African people and African descendants across, well, in this country, I can't say across, but yeah, across. Because even in Africa, I mean, colonialism from the British and the French and, has ripped our continent apart. And then us being here in the States, particularly here in the States, not only was chattel slavery one of the most horrendous things that happened on the globe, but also, for how long were we still persecuted, and even still to this day, living under the same systems? Chattel slavery is still legal. People don't think about that slavery is still legal. The 13th Amendment says that slavery is abolished except by punishable by crime, and we see how the prison industry, how laws were strategically written to punish black people. I mean, like, hell, you couldn't even walk down the street and look at somebody without it being punishable as a crime, and then they would come and get you out the jail and put you right back to work. Leash you out for nothing. And then we see how the prison system still monetizes black bodies in this day, how you are over-policed and over-criminalized. The system still remains intact. Slavery still is very much alive and well in the States. On a time, and maybe that's a part of what I'm feeling, on a weekend that we are celebrating the individuals who fight for freedom, we still live in a country where slavery is a thing. Get that. And you are still persecuted. We was just looking at a video today where from the 1920s to the 1970s, what was it in Virginia, or it was either Virginia or the Carolinas, where they had a whole fucking eugenics program. Like, how many generations of people is that? That's like 5 decades. How many generations of people that could not have children, that were involuntarily sterilized? How many communities are drowned underneath man-made lakes? We talk about it, but it's so in your face. How many men are over-criminalized and go back to jail through the probation system? How everything is either designed to keep you locked up or keep you poor. Or in poor, I mean in debt. Because even if you go to college and you get degrees, you riddled with debt. You probably have more debt than you do earnings. Get that. Come on, y'all. And they have a sentiment, people, that I say they, is a certain type of people who think that we don't love this country. How could we not? I'm just saying. What would make you think that I don't love my country? Or that it's not mine? Just as mine as it is yours. And even probably more so, man, because we put more work in. We built the economy. We are the market. We are the market. And always have been. Always have been the market. And continue to be the market to this day. We got to empower ourselves, beloved. We do. We need to come to the understanding of a unified mindset. We don't need to do a fuck shit thing. That's what Spirit just said to me. But it will recommend that if we came together under a similar mindset to say that we are the market and it is time out for this nonsense, we would do a whole lot better. We would. Because we don't have to accept that this is just reality. Oh no. Oh no, we don't. We don't have to accept that this is just a day and this just another day. And I've seen another one of my people go because that's just the activity of the day. It's been too many days. How many days has it been? So many people. And every time people get enough courage to stand up, to rise up, it's often us from the inside out, the fear. That we can't do it, that we can't make it, or it's going to turn out bad for us. Something, you know. Still scared of massa. Oof, come on. Faith over fear, beloveds. Have faith. Faith over fear. Worthiness over worry. I'm worthy to have access to education, real education. Not only do I learn about the truth of the land that I live in, but I also learn about the truth of myself and my people and have representation across this great diverse plane. Because contrary to any belief, when they be talking about go back to somewhere, if we all went back, come on now. Then my other brown brothers and sisters, my Native and Hispanics, would be able to flourish in their own land. Because this is historically and ancestrally theirs. It's just always so odd how two things exist, the paradigm, the paradox of it. Thank you, Holy Father, to all for blessing these cards. Bless me, your willing messenger, your vessel, surrendered unto you to deliver this message for self-edification on this day, and that I may edify you, edify your weak. Give a message to edify them so that they may edify you, the source, and let us unite under a common purpose so that we may be edifying unto you, our Father. Please bless us and keep us. Increase our light so that we may not only see, but we may block out anything that comes against us. Let us shine so bright that it cannot even come close. Cannot even come close. And if we are in alignment, can you please seal us with your ashe? Or give me further words that I may pray. Source says to rise up, raise up, lift up, lift up, lift up spirits. Is it our spirits? Is it our mind? What is it? Raise what? Frequency. Raise our frequency. Raise our frequency. Now. Thank you so much, Father. Raise our frequency now. The source says to raise our frequency now. Is there anything else I should pray? Will you seal us with your ashe? Ashe, y'all. Let's get it. I had to pray over each deck, y'all. I do. Father says, did we rub that crystal after we prayed? We didn't. All right, y'all. All right. I don't know why I just had to blow it, get that breath on there on my hands. Sometimes I do it just, out of reaction. The Spirit has guided me to do something, so I just do it. Is it in here? Spirit says this is the question. Who am I when I'm alone? Who am I when I am alone? Put that back on the table. Is there anything else? Yes. Who am I when I'm alone? When you are by yourself, who are you? I can say that at the basic, you are a piece of creation. You are a pixel of the Most High God. You are. And we are all connected. We are. And that's a part of the sad thing. You want with this, right? This? Is it in here? Is at the bottom? Okay. This? Which one? This one? This one. Okay. Yeah. What does happiness mean? Who am I when I'm alone? Is there anything else? No. Is there any, you said no. Who am I when I'm alone, and what does happiness mean to me? Two good ones to think about. You want this energy? It says, what would happen if I didn't try to control my future? But who am I when I'm alone, and what does happiness mean to me? Who am I when I'm alone? Y'all see me when I'm by myself. I'm a hot total I'm playing in the spirit. We having fun. We be dancing. We be channeling. I mean, we might be watching some videos, learning about some stuff, reading. I'm just a whole diverse being. I am. There's nothing about me that's in the box. I guess you could probably try and put me in the box because you could say that I'm female and I'm African American. You can look at me here and say that I'm a channeled messenger, and whether or not, how you feel about that is totally up to you. But I am an entity that likes to see creation everywhere. I see creation as a whole, and I see all of it as the Most High God. That's how I see you, as the Most High God. Yes, our eternal Lord of all. That's how I see you. And what does happiness mean to me? Happiness means that I'm peaceful and I'm good with everything that's going on. I'm on the pathway to peace. Learning about myself, learning about the Most High, learning about creation, speaking to all of you. When I'm learning and sharing what I learned, that makes me happy. And it doesn't matter that the lesson came hard, because sometimes lessons are hard. And I done had some hard lessons to, okay. But to get through that and see the beauty of growth and ascension, as we done went through that chair, testified on it, and came through to a testimony that we gonna share. Yeah, because we had to talk our way through it. And that right there makes me happy to know that I'm here in existence and I can experience it. That's happiness. It is. Whether I'm depressed or not, whether I'm anxious, I'm pretty much good with whatever is going on. And to lean myself into a space where I acknowledge and accept what's happening to me, what my emotions are saying, and even try to decipher the emotion. Why am I feeling like that? To be in this conscious state right now makes me happy. Yeah, it does. You ready to get this next one? All right, let's do it. Move those up. Who am I when I'm alone? I'm my whole self. I'm somebody that sit up here and talk to the spirit all day. We dance in the spirit. I laugh and joke with the spirit. I mean, y'all see me around here, y'all be thinking that I done completely... Y'all be trying to put me in one of them jackets with the buckles in the back. Just saying. No, they not. Yes. Thank you, Father, for these cards. Please use them as tools to deliver your messages. Help me be edified onto self so that I may edify you. Edify your weak so they too may be edified, so that we can unite together and edify you, our eternal Lord of all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your infinite intelligence and your breath of life. For being here. Thank you so much. Seal this space in this portion of the message. If we be in alignment, please grant us your ashe. Or is there anything else I should pray? Ashe, y'all. Let's get it. That crystal energy. That force on these cards. Yes. Yeah. Another thing. Who are you when you're alone? You know, what do you do when you're by yourself? What do you think about? Are you thinking thoughts, sentiments, and thoughts against your nature? Are you being your own terror? Are you loving on you? Are you being sympathetic and empathetic to you and having understanding conversation, a conversation with self so that you can understand you? And giving yourself some compassion. Yes, give yourself some compassion. Learn about you. Getting on the pathway to knowledge. That pathway to knowledge is self-discovery. Finding out who you are. You know, what do you like? One of the things that I did in like my early 20s was to learn how to just grocery shop. You would think that that's such an easy task, and it's really not. You know, so yeah, harvest is here. You know, we are preparing for harvest, right? Always, because we never know the date, right? But self-discovery is a way to prepare. Do you want one of these? Which one? Both of them? This one? This one? Etheric cords. Cut the cords. Cutting the cords to what? Yeah, conformity. And that's kind of what we were going down the line to, because as a youngster in my 20s, I was really, you know, learning how to grocery shop again. Grocery shopping was one of those things that you kind of take on from your household that you grew up in. And, you know, you learn the foods that you eat, you know what you like, and if you are kind of in that habit, you continue to stay on the same path. You don't really branch out until you try new stuff or find new recipes or, you know, go somewhere where they're doing something different, right? Manifestation. They're manifesting something different, doing something different. So, one of the things I used to do was spend the time in the grocery store. In one of these. Spend time at the grocery store. And I would read labels and look at ingredients and see what's in it, and then just try different stuff, right? And I was different anyway. I stopped eating pork at about 17, yeah, and haven't eaten pork since. I mean, I might have had a nibble or something and this, that, and the other, but for the most part, I don't eat pork. And I was one of the few people in my family. Then I went from not eating pork to not eating beef, and then from not eating beef to no chicken, no turkey, and became pescatarian. Was pescatarian for a very long time, till I met this last dude that I was with. And I don't know what. First thing that I craved was some fried chicken wings. I don't understand why, but I did. And that was the gateway back into meat. But I still don't eat pork. No, 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 no. But yeah, when you step out and do stuff like that, even grocery shopping, and you learn that that's a part of self-discovery, you want this. That's self-discovery. Storms. Storms is coming. It's raining. And I could feel, we were talking about over-policing, militarization of our police force, people feeling oppressed and tired. You want this? The energy. Yeah, the truth. It's time for the truth to come out. We talking truth. It's facts. But people don't really want to see that. They don't want to see the fact that, you know, this land is diverse and it didn't belong to the people who have control over it. It was taken in war, in theft. It was taken. And a lot of underhanded measures. You're talking about back in the 1820s, you know, when they were using smallpox, biological warfare. That stuff hasn't changed. The same tactics are with us today. That has always been. Always. And we wonder why people are nervous, why we don't see the truth. But the thing about storms is the energy that they create, right? The energy. You see the electricity, you see the blue, the rage, the emotion of it, right? The emotion. What is that? It almost looks like a machete, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if y'all can see this. Let's check it out. So you see in her hand, she obviously has a machete. She's protecting her two babies. She's cutting etheric cords, you know, or she's protecting and she's cutting cords, right? And then you got her with this storm. And look in this other hand right here. What does that look like? Look like she got a machete too. It does. And for me, I can almost see a face here. So I don't know what is driving the storm. Yes. Feels like the storm, the rage, like of course she's standing on top of it. That's that eagle spirit where you rise above, right? Using the energy. And she's got these 9 golden rings, like the cycles, right? And she's got that machete that's in her hand, made out of light. Yes, that electric energy, almost giving me Zeus, but it's not. But it's that energy of it. Yeah, like able to wield the lightning bolt. She got one lightning bolt in one hand and a machete made of lightning in the other hand. With the cycles, I mean, even her hair is raging. She is the storm. She is the storm. And this 4 is stability. Yes. It's like the storm, the calm after the storm will bring a new level of stability. Yeah. What does happiness mean to me? Being okay with whatever is happening. That things change. Happiness is protecting my youngsters, my seed. Cutting the cords to things that no longer serve. Yes. Happiness is the ability to see them grow. To see them prosperous and fruitful. Is there anything else? Yeah. That's how I feel about this right here. This storm is bringing things into a celestial alignment. Yes. Do you want this one? No. And check this out. So the storms, Miss Oya, she's number 4. And then the celestial alignment that's going to come after the storm is number 5. Now, some people see 5 as a conflict, right? And coming into alignment can be conflicting. because there's a lot of interest that's going on. And I think those interests in that storm is what's going on, right? We have a lot of people that are complaining about this country is their land and this, that, and the other, and how it should actually be operating. I mean, even, and we're talking about Veterans Day, which I think is so odd. This is another paradox, right? Veterans Day is a celebration to war heroes, those who fought to serve the country of the United States of America. But many people still have what do we call it? Allegiance. Ooh, thank you, Father. A lot of people still have an allegiance to the Confederate States. And I always thought that was odd. Like, why do people have an allegiance to the Confederate States and they put up monuments, and most of our military is named after, like, sites and ships and vessels are named after Confederate generals? So are we the United States of America, or are we the Confederate States under a false flag? That's something to make you go, well, I'm going to say what I want to say because it's free speech. Just saying. And the Most High says, think about that. Are we still in the Confederate States just under a different flag? What really happened? Who did emancipation emancipate? Or did it just put us in a whole different state that we don't recognize? I feel like that. What does happiness mean to me? The ability to be free, to grow, to potentiate for my highest good. And my highest good says being good to others is good for me. Because I can't exist in this plane alone. We need help. We need each other. We do. And the diversity is a good thing. You know, we wouldn't have diverse flowers. Again, harvest, right back. We are all the wheat. And there's tares sown in for each of us. Tares after its own kind. Yeah. So all of us battle and rage for something. And what does happiness mean to me? Again, the ability to just be. To see my children grow to their fullness. To know that they have an opportunity. Do you want anything else in here? An opportunity to do what? Manifest. Manifest their dreams, their reality, without being riddled by debt, without being oppressed and threatened and killed, without being subdued and subjugated, without feeling like they need to wear many masks in order to make it in this place. What do I do and who am I when I'm alone? I'm a person that prays for humanity all the time. Prays for creation. As I pray for creation, yes, Holy Father, come in and bless these cars. Use them as your tool to deliver messages onto your wheat field. Edify me, Holy Father, the whole infinite, eternal Lord of all. Edify me. Use these cars as your tools to deliver this message. I'm your surrendered vessel, messenger, here, learning for self-edification and edification unto you. Teaching, giving it out to the wheat field so that they may be edified and they may edify you. Hopeful and faithful. Hopeful, faithful, and hope that we will come together so that we may unite, so that we can edify you. Is there anything else we should pray? Source says to raise our frequency, our vibration, our hearts. Yes, raise up. Now, will you seal us with your ashe? y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, my wheat. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yes. It's a whole new day. It's a whole new day. Whole new day. Something for us to do this here. Have gratitude. Gratitude. Because even though we have the concerns of the day, we know that we've come a mighty long way. A mighty long way. Still got a lot of ways to go. Still got a long way to go. But we on our way. And it's a lot of energies that want to distort us and keep us from getting underway. Really getting a foothold to this thing. Really getting a foothold. Keep us distracted. Yeah. Got that, spectacles on the one hand while all this other stuff is going on over here. Keep you looking over here while you don't see what's going on over there. Yeah. Spectacles. What's blocking us though, Father? What is blocking? Ooh, okay. You want these two? Either one? Both of them? Neither one? Okay, that's a spill. We're going to put them back in there. Yeah, but we got stuff that's blocking us, that's keeping us from being able to really get on this way. Yeah, keep us from doing this here. From recovering. Yeah, yeah. And coming to a renewal. But recovery and renewal is here. We see celestial alignment. It's on the table. It's a storm. Folks is cutting cords. Yeah. Coming away from that old stuff. Getting back to the old. Getting that old original way and making that the new. Okay. So we have to cut cords to all that stuff again. Renewal is here. We got to be renewed and release the guilt over doing that. There's nothing to be guilty about. There's some energies that might feel guilty. They probably do in some sense, but not enough for us to really get the ground and the change beneath our feet. I look at what's happening to our brother Kanye. Yay, Yeezy. That's what happens when you get drug in and you link up with that stuff. You get in there because, they got the power. And instead of remaining, balanced and impartial, because he was already making moves before he jumped up all in there. He was already producing. He was producing people like Common and collaborating, like all kind of stuff. And then you get over in that and you and all over into that mysticism. Looking for what? Looking for what? Having them promise you the world, everything. Yeah, promise you the world, everything. Vanity. It's vanity. And then you try to get out of it so that you can, out of the vanity. Trying to come out of that because that's what happens. You lose yourself. You lose everything. You find out that you're right back into the same system that you didn't want to be in. So, whether he had to play crazy or not to do his thing, because again, that impasse is strong. That block that says you cannot go, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you can't say this, putting you in this here, a victim situation. But we are no longer victims. We're not. We are at a point where we are self-victimizing. We are. Not all in every situation, because these systems, they are against you and they were designed to be that way. It was designed to be that way. But when we head off and we run off into it and we sign up for these things looking for a way out, that's not the way to go. Maybe he was looking to help people, and feeling like he could use their tools on the inside. But that's creating something, creating a pathway. I don't know. Maybe the passion to create got in the way, Maybe the passion to create got in the way. We don't know. But we do know he's going through a lot of this. Rejection. Oh yeah, that rejection is strong. People are passionately either rejecting him or he's passionately rejecting that whole situation. And a lot of times people don't even want you to know who you really are. That's why the history is so scattered. Again, history is his story told by the victor. And if they don't want you to know who you are and what you are and where you came from, yeah, they don't want you to do this. No, prayer, they don't want you to do that. Or come to balance. Because honestly, the prayers are the potency, and that's why it's in reverse. The potency of the prayer is affected, and it's affecting the balance, and it's affecting our ability to recover. It is. It's affecting our ability to recover. Why is it affecting our ability to recover? It's affecting our ability to recover because when we pray, we don't know that there is a cord attached to that. It is. And we know not all of the secrets of prayer. I speak all the time about praying directly to the Most High God. I pray directly to the Most High God so that I don't err. So that I do not cause error in my life. We know that every messenger that is written said that they are from the Father. They are from the Father, and that the Father does all things. The Word says that our Most High, the eternal Lord of all, created all of creation, create all of it, good and evil. Is there anything else in this deck? Yes. Is it up here? Yes. No, under the bottom. Yeah. Faith. Again, what did I say with my cup? Have faith. Have faith. Had to sip on that. Yeah, our recovery. Prayer is in reverse. And it's affecting its balance. And recovery is in reverse. Balance is upright. Because I believe we need to bring in balance. Do more things that bring us balance. We're seeking balance. But a prayer is, I think, is affecting that. Yeah. Is balance being galvanized? Okay, there's energy behind balance, I feel. But again, our faith is affected. History is told. Is there anything else in here? History is told by the victor. And if most of us in the States were disconnected from our heritage, from our lineage, families separated from our natural way of practicing, natural way of expressing spirituality and connectedness. There's something to be said in that, beloved. You want this? It's something to be said in that. Again, impartiality. Are we judging things impartially? Or are we seriously connected to the history that has been given on to us? Are we questioning, who am I when I'm alone? Do you want this? Insecurity. It leads us to insecurity because we don't know. We don't know. And we've only been given a piece. Yeah. It causes us to sit. Time is wasting. Time is going by. Time is going by. And we need to learn. We need to come into remembrance. You know, instinctually you know. But what you know, you don't remember. I feel like that Matrix again. You know something, but what you know, you don't really know why you know it. You just do. You just do. Our faith, impartiality, the inability, I feel, or difficulty in being impartial is creating insecurity and causing us to be lackadaisical, not necessarily seeing what we're watching. She's watching something here, and she's sitting there looking at it like it's entertainment. This person that she's watching is mysterious. Look like they're staking out. Hat, glasses, trench coat, you know, that whole kind of, you know, are you a spy or investigator kind of feeling? What are you? Spy? Something that spies in on you. But she's watching it like, you know, it's entertainment. Like it doesn't affect her. Just sitting back, watching time go by. The spirit talking to her, but she's not moving. Is there anything else? This? No. This one? Again, what did we start with? That impasse. It creates an impasse. And people are just sitting there because they feel like they're blocked with this impasse at the end of the day. The whole line, is there anything else? No. The energy on the bottom, instincts. What is your instinct telling you? That's what I was saying. You know something, but what you know, you don't know why you know it. Kanye knows. He does. He had to create this whole spectacle to try to get out of this situation that he had put himself in, knowing that he shouldn't be there, that he shouldn't be doing that. But he's not losing everything. He's gaining his freedom, his ability to move around. And to gain your freedom and the ability to move around, he had to separate himself from that. I mean, pretty much cause something that looked like his demise and his destruction. Like he was losing his mind in order to be free. Like I said, if y'all run around here some of these days and see how I literally skate in the spirit and sing to the clouds, folks will be, I mean, I'm sure they be, they like today it's raining, I will go outside and rain and dance in the rain. Yes. Do you know how people look at me when they see me dancing and singing onto the clouds in the rain? In 2022, my daughter, I'm telling you, Spirit wanted to get out and go see the full moon, woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, was going to take me outside. Okay? I had no control over my channel and being able to close the door and all of that stuff and lock stuff out. Or control what was controlling my vessel. I'm telling you, all it got thick. It's real. Real. It's a whole level to this thing. What I say, it's a whole level to this thing. Expansion. Expand your mind. Expand your mind, beloved. Expand your mind. Anything else? This one? What did I say? Expand your mind, beloved. Perception. What is your perception on this thing? Do you think that these people that's doing everything like this, these not just these people, but systems that have been put in place like this, that they told you the whole truth about who you are? No, they didn't tell you the whole truth. Why would they? Why would they tell you the truth about who you are so that you could rise up and they no longer have control over you? It's psychology. It's manipulation. It is. Is there anything else in here? No. Are we done? Yes. Can I see this bottom? Yeah. What did I say? They don't want you to know who you are. Because when you find out who you and what you are, beloved, it ain't nothing that you cannot do, that you won't do. Spirit didn't even want the crystal on top of this card. It said, leave that. No. I gotta put that on the side. What you can and will do, you better have some of this. Just a mustard seed. A mustard seed. You place a mustard seed of faith on anything that we seeing up in here, that's what would make me happy. And who am I when I'm alone? Baby. Let's get some mindful messages. We almost an hour in. It's okay. We having a conversation. It's thick today. It's deep. Something for us to chew on. Something for us to think about. Yeah. This is one of them crock pot kind of days. I feel like this is a message that you should care about. I believe that you should share it out. I believe that. What you believe is up to you, you know. But that perception and expansion is right there. A lot of folks is at an impasse. And everything that's going on feels the impasse. We can feel it. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Come on, let's get some prayer over these cards. Thank you, the whole infinite, our eternal Lord of all. Thank you so much for being here, for granting me with your infinite intelligence the access to the all. Thank you for letting me have the breath of life. Yes, the force that binds all of creation, that animates me, that animates us all, the whole. Thank you so much. Please use these cards as your tools, Holy Father, the eternal Lord of all, to deliver this message onto your we feel. Use me as your willing messenger, surrendered vessel to do your will. Yes, edify me first so that I may edify you. Use these cards to edify your wheat field, the tools to give the message to edify your wheat so that they may edify you. Help us come together under a mindful state, a one cosmic conscious mind, to know that we are connected so that when we unite, we may give that edification back onto you, our source, our eternal Lord of all. Thank you. Is there anything else I should pray? Please seal us with your ashe. Yes. Get that force in here. Everything is turned around and upside down. We got to get this right. Water my dreams is here. What are you dreaming on, baby? Water it. Together, we can do it. Come together. Come together, we can do it. We can show what this real magic is, the ability to manifest that thing. We can. And this right here, expressing love, it is in reverse. It is, because we're not showing each other love. The love, beloved, where is it? The sympathy. We show each other low vibrational all day. We do that bitter, we do that jealousy. We do. Jealous of each other. Why? Why? When you a piece of source just like I am, I ain't got nothing to be jealous over you all. Come on, what did Father say? You are unlimited. Unlimited. Didn't I say this miracle card here? You see this card here? Come on here. Son of the Most High God. And guess what's behind that? Gossip. Gossip. Why? Because they talking about it. They know what you could do. They know you could do what? Create. Huh. They do. These energies know. And when I say these energies want to control you, because you stop it. This cat, she over here tapping my hand, gonna jump up and hit my hand. Why, what energy done jumped in on you? Huh? You are unlimited, beloved. Keep that in your mind. Keep that in your mind, like right here in the forefront of your mind, right at the top of your mind, that you are unlimited. You are unlimited, beloved. Yes, you are. You are a pixel of the Most High God. It's infinite intelligence, and you are animated by the breath of life, the force of life. Are you animated by it? Animates you. It connects you to everything. Connects you directly to the Father, to our eternal Lord of all. Yes, the Lord of all of creation. It's infinite intelligence called it all. Yes. It ain't personal. These energies will distort any and everything because they want the power onto self. It's not personal. It's not personal. It's not. People's reactions or opinions of me are really not about me at all. It ain't about you. People tend to project their own insecurities and fears onto one another, so that when somebody speaks unkindly to me, I remember it's more about them. It's got more to do with them. Do you want this? Guidance system. What does that emotion tell you? That is not personal. That not personal emotion is your guidance system. It lets you know it's not about you, so that you can get on about your business of doing this here, cutting them cords. I love using my emotions as a guidance system. They show me how close or far away from what it is that I want. The energy of the day shows us how far away from what we really want we are. How we're going backwards. How women don't have autonomy over their body. We fighting over the fact that whether or not equal means the same or valued the same. Of course, men and women are not the same entity. We are not. We are all called from light. We're all the child of the Most High God. So therefore, you should treat me as you would treat the source. You would treat me as you treat self. And in that right, brother, I'm equal. You would treat me the way that you treat you, the way that you would treat the Most High God. But in this day, how are we treating the Most High God? Do we even acknowledge the Most High God? Or do we acknowledge the messengers? Or do we acknowledge the Father? Because the messengers said that it is the Father, not I. Yet we still acknowledge every messenger. We sing gospel songs all the time that say above every name, until every name fade away. And then we call out a messenger's name. Is that not a name? Again, belief and unbelief, the paradox, the paradigm of it all. Come on with this thing, beloved. Casting spells. Casting spells. What we sing, the words that we use. Again, how are we praying? This prayer is in reverse. Praying to gods that cannot save, that can't hear you, can't see you. Whether it's clothing, brick and mortar, statues, whatever. You want this on the top, this one? Opportunities for growth are here. All of this is an opportunity to grow, to raise ourselves up. That's what Father said, raise your frequency, grow your lumens. The eternal Lord of all says, grow your lumens. Put it right over here on perception, expansion. Coming out of this impasse with a new perception and expansion and opportunities for growth. Is there anything else in this deck? Yes, it is. Let's get it. Is this it? This one? All right. It's personal. It's a personal journey. Each one of us going in our own way. The God of your understanding. You want this? No. Anything else in this deck? Nope. Turn it over. Releasing the anger. Release it. Use your anger, beloved. Break them chains. Anger is another chain on you. Break it. Use that anger. We talking about breaking down systemic stuff, systems upon systems that are still oppressing you. They were built and baked in and supported in this day. A day that we are acknowledging veterans for their contribution all the way on to losing their life in defense of this space, this land. It's so full of confusion. Who am I when I'm alone? I am confused. And I am seeking diligently for clarity so that we can do it. Where is it? This impartiality right here? Knowledge helps that. Balance, impartiality. Two cards that represent balance. Get that from up underneath here. Impartiality. Balance. Two cards. The ability to look at something and judge it based on what it is. No judgment. No judgment. Looking at self from an impartial, non-judgment standpoint. Releasing these insecurities. Understanding that you are unlimited. It's not personal what these tears are doing. It's not. They will afflict anyone. Again, we started with the fact that slavery has been done all over the globe. Every people has been enslaved at some point in time. But we do know that chattel slavery was a whole different monster. It was. And what it did to us still stays today. Today. And it's very active. Again, that 13th Amendment says that slavery is legal as punishable by a crime. And considering that my folks on this here plane, in this land, are over criminalized? Yeah, by a police system that more from slave catchers into policing that are now militarized and killing folks and killing all kind of folks? That's something for us to be concerned about. It is. While we talking about honoring our veterans in the trajectory of our country, what they fought for, whether it was the United States or the Confederate States, whichever flag we still under, they fly them both around here. People who claim to be patriots fly the fallen flag instead of the actual one. Or are we really displaying the fallen flag while they display the actual one? Again, spectacles. Can we see the spectacle while the underhandedness is still going on? Come on, Father, and help us be wise with this thing. What don't we see? We know that they are doing something. It's a spectacle, because wisdom says that they create a spectacle with the one hand while the real is going on with the other hand. Most High, our eternal Lord of all, is called creation by its infinite intelligence and binds creation all with its breath and force of life. I am your willing, surrendered vessel. Please use me as a messenger at this time. Use these cards, these tools to deliver your message. Edify me so that I may be edified and edify unto you. Edify your wheat field so that they may be edified and edify unto you. Help us come together so that we can unite and be complete our purpose to be edifying unto you, Father, because we are called for good bread. We are. And to overcome this, you talking about some edification. Is there anything else I should pray? Would you please seal us with your ashe? Ashe. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for indulging me. Thank you for sitting through this session. Thank you for staying. And if you've stayed in here this long, I got to turn that right up, right? Thank you, Father. If you stayed in here this long, go ahead on and subscribe. All we do is chop it up. Subscribe. Share the videos out. If it's something you care about, the message, share it out. Like it. Give me your thumbs up so I can have your energy. Join the wheat field. Join us. You called for good bread anyway. Come on in here and sit for a spell. That's what Spirit said. The Father says, we casting spells. Yeah. The words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. When I say what I say and believe, I attract more of. So I shift my story from the lack of abundance, from victim to empowered, and from complaint to gratitude. Now, when I speak to others through my words, I am casting beautiful spells. Father say that's what we do around here. We look at the tears. We do. We have to see what's going on, what's coming at us. We do. But we have to be mindful. We are. That we are casting spells, that life and death is in the power of the tongue. Always, beloved, always. It's a reason why they said that ebonics could be a thing. Because it's confusion. And they know that you cast spells. It's the reason why we learn how to spell. It's the reason why we learn grammar. To put things in the right order. You ever seen a scary movie where they sitting up here trying to exercise something and it don't work because they don't get the words out right? It might be something that they missing or a mispronunciation and it don't work because here and now. It's time to change that language so that we can come to here. Because we got the power to do it. We do. And we know. We do. We know how to do that thing. And there's other energies that know too. And they using your energy to create their own serendipity. Here and now. Absolutely. That dark psychology and manipulation, you want this? Yep. What did we say? To take your abundance, your milk and honey. It's in a challenge. Why? Because what we say is a challenge. It's chaos and confusion and conflicting. We have paradigms and paradoxes. Belief versus unbelief. Beloved, belief versus unbelief, and it keeps us stuck. It's time out for that. Time for a nap? Huh. People not resting, they don't see, they don't meditate. Time for a nap. Those ones, they not gonna rest. Huh. They don't rest. They don't even sleep. You want this? No. This? Yeah, what I say, we sit around here and do what? Chop it up. We sit around here and chop it up. Why do we chop it up? So we can chop this up. Right on top of the whole table. Personal journey. Chop it up. Chop it up. We chop it up. Why? Because we need to chop it up and get it out. That's why. We need to chop it up and get it out. Because we got a whole lot of ish going on over here. We do. Who am I when I'm alone? I hear Genuine. Same OG. Ah, gone, Genuine. They be talking about your little head thing or whatever it is, that little you getting old. But that's that example of being caught up in that industry. And then you leave out after all of that music. I mean, he was only around for a hot second. It's Genuine. Come on now. It's not like he left up out of there and was able to probably really sustain it. I don't even know what kind of money that man really got, but versus the money that he made them companies, he ain't like that. He wouldn't be out there still singing on that stage and doing all that. You could see his age. He probably don't even want to do that. Think about Michael. Michael was going on his last tour. This Is It. Before it was really it. Why? You think we still ain't... Did you want this? This one? All right. Exchanging gifts. Yeah, robbing all your stuff. Exchanging gifts. That shit is a challenge. Why? Because they taking your gifts and you get nothing. That's what. A little bit of nothing. And we got other ones out here that do people the same way. Look at Diddy with that whole Jagged Edge. And anybody that's that work for him. Jagged Edge 112, all of them. He's still kicking it and he ain't made a song yet. Flexibility. Asking you to be nimble and be flexible. Bending yourself all over bending to your back break. You want this? No. I'm getting upset. I know. I know. It hurts us. It do. You want this? Because they do. They got a leg up on you. They got a leg up. A leg up on you. Chop wood. All of this stuff. You having to be flexible in a challenge. Your gifts that you exchanging in a challenge. The ability to rest and to know, to observe. To not observe, but rest. It's in a challenge. Your milk and honey. Everything that you work for. You can't rest because you still have to keep grinding. I hear DJ Khaled and Beyonce, but instead of shining, I hear grinding, yeah. You know, it's not, we not winning, but we just working. Out here losing my mind. That's how I feel. Yeah, they still trying to hold you down. Yeah, but I hear that. Don't try to hold me down. Yeah, because perceptions is changing. And people know that there's an opportunity for growth. Ready to expand. To do something about these challenges on the gifts that are being exchanged. My gift for what? At what cost? At what price? I have a gift, but I sign up for you so that you can control my gift and tell me what part of my gift I can display. What part of my gift I can put out that I can serve out. right, because if I'm self-edifying and edifying onto the source, the other part is that for me to edify others so that they can be edified and raised up. But if something is controlling that gift, that exchange, that's not letting me do what I need to do, what I want to genuinely from my heart space give out so that my wheat can be edified and lifted up, that's going to put me in this situation right here. I'm going to have a whole lot of anger that's pent up. A whole lot. Because you can't break the chain. You're staying chained. You want this? You want anything in here? Anything in here? Is this deck done? Yeah, this deck is done. This deck is done. What are we going to do? Father said this right here. Manifestation. Miracles. Manifest a miracle. How do we manifest a miracle? This. Releasing the anger. Anger is a natural emotion, but I recognize that holding on to it can be toxic for me. For me. I look at the person who has caused me pain, and I see them as the human being that they are. I release the anger and feel free. I free myself. Freeing myself to an ever-expanding love. Can we come out of this impasse that's making everyone so angry? Can we change our perception? Change our perception so that we can expand. 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 Because we do have an opportunity for growth. Everything is happening for me in my evolution. I am not a victim of the things that have happened. I take ownership of my life. It's 2022. We make our own dose. We can take ownership of our own lives. Fisk University was built out of bricks made from mud. Intelligence was so honored that they built the school with their hands. Yet we are in debt, hundreds of thousands of dollars, going to schools to do what? To learn what history? I take ownership of my life and make the best of the challenges along my journey. These tears come to teach us something. They come to push you, to edify you. Yes. I see how difficult moments help me to become the best version I am, and I'm thankful for it. Is it easy to be thankful for the tears in your life? No. Is it easy to be thankful to have gratitude for a system that is persecuting you and killing you and keeping you in a subjugated state? Not at all. But you were built for to do what? To follow your joy. And that's the miracle. That's the miracle, beloved. And how do we do it? Seeking help in the Spirit. Our Most High God. The God of our understanding. The eternal Lord of all. Getting rid of this facade. That's the whole thing. Yeah. Prayer. We probably be able to write that. We kind of get into some balance. Recovery is here. Our faith. Having that mustard seed. So we can stop doing this. Watching things just go by. Like there's nothing we can do about it. And that's the facade. Because we can. The facade is to make you believe that there's nothing that you can do. And that's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie. But do you know that you are worthy? That it is a seat in that room for you. come together for unity to be able to get there. Celestial alignment, using the storm and cutting the cords. The storm, using the energy of the storm. Who am I when I'm alone? I'm a warrior. Learning. Using the infinite intelligence to increase my luminance. Why? Because I needed to do this. Chop some shit up and sweep some shit up. Yes. Because we all on a personal journey. And that's what I do in my personal. When I'm alone, yes. So what does happiness mean to me? Being fully aware. Seeking all the time answers. Why? Because this right here, the storms, that energy that I need to manifest and to help bring things into alignment, yes, to cut the cords on some bullshit and to do what? Stay grounded at the same time. Stay grounded. We don't need all that extra vanity. Why? You can experience the lushness of the plain, but we don't have to go to the mountaintop and be tempted in order to do it, to live out loud. Why? Because we are endowed with the ability to create our own. Can you surrender to that? Can you surrender to that? Can you surrender to that? Willing vessel. No, no. We go. We take our gifts and our talents up to the mountaintops, and it leads us right here. Self-sabotage. But today's a whole new day. A day for liberation. That's what I feel. I feel that energy, that low. I can feel it. I can hear the waves slapping up aside against the boat. And that, baby, is the truth. When I tell you that's the truth, that is the truth. I can hear it. And those secrets, they're being revealed. What are the secrets? The resistance. Who's resisting? It's behind the mask, beloved. The spectacle on the one hand, masking what's really going on the other hand. And that right there is holding up the miracles, keeping you from knowing the truth of who you are, of what you are. That, Brother Kanye, I support you in telling our people the truth of who they are and what they are. Because, again, history is told by the victor. So this weekend, let's just keep that in mind. We know it, but do we know it? We know it, but do we know it? Yeah, we know it, but we don't know it. We don't put it into action. We have a disconnect, an impasse. Fear over faith. If you made it this long, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I am so graciously grateful. Gratefully, graciously grateful that you're still here with me and that you sat all the way through. Get that sip. Now, we finna go, what? Oh, come on, weed. Y'all feel it? Ooh, do y'all feel it? You feel it? You hear it? You feel it? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, my weed. Let's get it. Yes, let's get it. Guess what I'm gonna get? I'm going to go get some movie tickets because I'm going to go see Wakanda. Wakanda. Hey! That song had me cracking up, y'all. I'm telling y'all, because look, I don't know if anybody ever, Shabba Ranks back in the day, Mr. Lover Man, Shabba, champion lover. Look, Okay? If you ever read the lyrics to that song and listen to what Shabba was saying, he was talking about them little ladies that like to go on vacation and get them a little Wakanda. Had me dying. So every time I hear that song, all I hear is Mr. Loverman, shower, Mr. Loverman, champion lover. Look, come on, y'all. Don't nothing change. It's the same thing, just a different day, yo. Same day, same thing, different day. The tears, they don't really change much. It's three universal energies. Satwa, some devotees, you know what I'm saying? That's your girl, Lati. On that walk, that Eve walk, edifying unto self so that I can edify the source, our eternal Lord of all, yes, the Father. And then I could teach that, give it out, share it out to anybody that's seeking. You come around this space, you never know what you're going to get because, we say it every time. This is like a whole box of chocolates. You just never know, right? Or you could be somebody that's want to experience life. Them 8 wonders of the earth that you ride around and get to use to experience the plane. Yes, you just get to do that. Or is that other one that seeks to distort and disillusion, to manipulate, and to hoard all of your energy, hoard creation onto self like it is the Father. It's not. It's only one that sits above all, our eternal Lord of all. So yeah, that's what we just gonna come together with that on some soulmate. Because it showed up for show you your self-worth. Oh yes, Father, when you know that you got a seat at the table and seat in creation, because ain't nobody sitting at your table. I know that's right. You are above. Above all things. Above. And Father said, reject anything that would say, I'm not. It ain't nothing or nobody sitting next to the Most High God. It's not. Guess why? Because the Most High God sits above. Above. That's why it is the Most High. Yes. And you could put an end to all of that shit. So that's just us. You do what you will. It's your world. And free will is a whole thing. Yeah, I mean? All right. So, one more thing, last thing left to say is I love y'all. I love you. 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 I love you so much. I love you just like I love me. Stop, Sasha. Shaking my tripod all over the place. I love y'all just like I love me. And I love me because I love the Most High God. The Most High God. I appreciate every messenger that reminded us of the way. I appreciate them. They gave us a reminder, a remembrance that we belong to the Most High God. We do. And you are the Son of the eternal Lord of all. And you have a direct connection. Yeah, you do. And you only have to go and seek inside the kingdom, which you walk around with all day, and discover you. Discover you. Till the next now. With your girl Lati, your favorite channel messenger. We're going to call this one here at almost an hour and a half. Woo! And I say, mwah.